The 27 billion naira ghost agency. Is Nigeria's presidency lying? The presidency says this agency does not exist, but it is sitting right there in Nigeria's own 2026 budget with over 1 billion naira attached to it. So, who is telling the truth? Welcome to Politics Frontline, where the truth leads. For over a year, a name, Adeniyi Adeyemi, operated publicly as Director General of two presidential bodies, the Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council and the Presidential Economic Advisory Council. He held meetings. He held an office at the Federal Secretariat. He was even photographed with senior government figures. Then, the presidency turned around and said none of it was real. Today, we break down exactly what happened and why this story just got a lot bigger than one man. On June 11, 2026, the Office of the Chief of Staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, publicly disowned the PFIPC, calling it a fictitious agency and describing Adeyemi as an imposter. And in their words, a con artist with a history of fraudulent misrepresentation. According to Presidency, Adeyemi was arrested on October 27, 2025, after Gbajabiamila's office petitioned the police and the DSS. By November 27, 2025, police had filed an 8-count charges against him and 2 others at the Federal High Court in Abuja, covering conspiracy, forgery, and impersonation. Investigators allege he forged a presidential appointment letter, forged State House letterheads, and opened 34 bank accounts under the name of these non-existent government bodies, including one directly with the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, here is where it gets complicated. Adeyemi did not go quiet. He held a press conference and made a serious counter-allegations that Gbajabiamila's office demanded 48% of PFIPC's proposed 27.4 billion naira takeoff grant, that he personally paid 400 million naira through a proxy to secure his appointment, and that a further 200 million naira was still being demanded when the relationship broke down. And here is the detail that has turned this from a fraud story into a genuine scandal. If PFIPC never existed, why does it appear by name on page 50 and page 51 of Nigeria's own 2026 Appropriation Act with a listed allocation of 1,303,000,000 naira? Adeyemi has used that exact contradiction as the center of his defense. There is also a darker thread. A man named Mola, who Adeyemi's camp described as the middleman in the alleged bribery arrangement, died in Abuja hotel just 5 days before Adeyemi's arrest. Adeyemi is now demanding that death be formally investigated as part of any wider probe. This is no longer just about one businessman. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana has said the presidency does not have the constitutional authority to simply clear itself in this matter. Atiku Abubakar, the ADC, and the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria have all joined calls for an independent investigation, not just into Adeyemi, but into Gbajabiamila and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, as well. Adeyemi's case resumes in court on July 27, 2026. Here is what Politics Frontline sees clearly in this story. Two things can be true at once. Adeyemi may well have committed serious fraud. The forgery allegations and the 34 bank accounts are hard to explain away. But that does not automatically make the presidency's account complete. A budget line with over a billion naira attached to an agency the government calls fictitious is not a small clerical error. Someone somewhere in government process that allocation until there is a transparent independent investigation, not just a presidential denial. Nigerians are left with more questions than answers. And when the question involve the chief of staff to the president, a dead middleman, and a billion naira budget line, silence is not an acceptable answer. That is politics frontline. Do you believe the presidency version of events, or do you think there is more to this story? Drop your honest take in the comment section. Subscribe for more analysis like this and share this video. Nigeria deserves to know where this money was really meant to go.